Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachach double honors to the apostles, nails a great millstone, who will well and teach well, and big shalom to the hopefully elect out there, pushing his word in truth and sincerity, man, shalom. Alright, digital epistle from Amawan Hananya, right, from my Virginia, man, female region number 3. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Right? This is a dream of being beheaded. Right? A few nights ago. Crazy, man. So it starts off. Now I get grabbed up. I'm hemmed up. I'm in this truck. Right? In this van, this white van. And I got forced to put on a white jumpsuit. Like a prison jumpsuit. So they throw me and several other people off these vans, and there's a line of vans. They're lined up like school buses, right? And there's a whole bunch of people in jumpsuits, right? A lot of people, all different nations of people, right? So they're trying to get me to take the chip, basically. That's what they're doing, man. Now, right? Everybody there is either going to take the chip or be put to death, okay? Right? Which is a horrible thing, right? You're gonna be put to death, right? Right? Death, it's not really easy to most people, okay? It's very grievous, right? People don't understand reincarnation. They don't understand the prophecies, so they in turmoil. Right? They sad, they crying, right? They're feeling all type of ways, man. Right? Some people are taking it, some people aren't. Some people are being put to death. Now, right? But like I was saying, Jake, I see in the line the brother Amawan Gabar, right? I see the brother Amawan Gabar, right? The elder brother, man, from New York, right? This is crazy, man. We look at each other. I see him. My name's Amawan too, right? I see him. He see me. I said Shalom, Yabashim Yashab Bashim Kakadash Barakatah. He did the same, right? He repeated back. We did the salute, right? He's further in the line from me. Now here come the tests, right? I get 3 tests, right? Now the first test, I see the brother Yoramia, right, from California. Right? I believe he camps, he got his own little camp going on, right? But they teach under the Great Millstone Doctrine, right? So, bro, right? Yoramia he's giving somebody a rebuke, right? Right? I see him, right? Now I'm listening to the rebuke, and I'm taking notes of the rebuke and like putting it to myself. I'm learning from other brothers' mistakes. Okay, I'm trying to see how his rebuke is going and fix myself while that other brother is getting rebuked, which he wasn't a brother anymore. He turned out to be a bug out. All right, so he's cussing him out. He's cussing him out. All right, and I'm taking heed to his warning to him. You know what I'm saying? Right, and demons started to talk over the brother, bro, and during his rebuke, and I couldn't hear the brother no more. So the demons was talking so much I couldn't hear it. So it was like I just tuned out. I had tuned out, and they were saying all type of stuff, all type of craziness. Like, bro, you ain't gonna make it. Yeah, you a demon, man. You look at you, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? You might as well be Edomite. Right? You might as well be this. You know. It was several demons talking too. It was just more than one demon. Right? So I'm looking at it. I'm like, they want me to give up and give in. Right? That's how I'm looking at it. So I just walk away. All right. I walk away from it, and it's like when I blink, I open my eyes, and I'm back, and I'm in the line again. I'm still in the line, and the line went further, right? The line, the death line is going further, bro. Right? It's either somebody's taking the chip or getting put to death. Now, who's doing it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's taking the chip. I don't know who's getting put to death. Right? I'm not looking toward that. I'm not even worried about that part, right? Right. Now, the second thing they did to me, right? These demons, right? They projected a cartoon in front of me, bro. In my vicinity, right? They projected this cartoon, right? It was like a Charlie Brown type, but it had John the Baptist baptizing Jake, and he came up an Edomite, like he went down with melanin and came back up an Edomite. I'm like, what the fuck? He came back up a leper. I'm like, yo, this is not, this is bugged up. Like, no, this can't be true. Hell no. I started laughing at it, right? And the demons was like, yeah, you know that's you, right? Right? You know that's you, right? I'm like, man, whatever, man. Whatever, man. Right? I'm still thinking about you, how about Shimmy Shine, right? Right? Then the video cut out, right? They turned it off. It didn't work, right? It didn't work. Now, what else happened? I'm trying to remember. Slug, yeah. Right? I remember seeing the brother Amaranka Bar, right? Again, right? We further in the line. He's about to go. He about to get, I believe he's about to get beheaded, right? Because I didn't see him in type of fear or nothing. He was just waiting in line, right? Right? Now, they hand us pamphlets. They hand us these three-page pamphlets, right? It was like a paper that's folded in 3 parts, right? So the first part, it had take the Karagma. It had the word Karagma in fucking Greek, right? And showed a Jake smiling with the chip, eating food, bro. I'm like, oh hell no, right? So I opened it, and I looked, and then the inside it had you either gonna get the firing squad if you don't take it, or you're gonna get the guillotine if you do take. If you don't take it, right? You get to choose, right? Choose which way you die. Well, I'm like, what's the less painful way to die, right? And I thought of Revelation 20:4, right? Right. So I took the guillotine, man. I took the guillotine. That's the one I chose. Now, now, after I chose the guillotine, people started crying and screaming, bro. Right? People started crying, like women. Right? It was weird, bro. And it was like the cries from the people. Right? It was like it was grieving. It was grievous. Right? It was vexing to hear. So, like, and then the spirit of fear came to me, bro. It came upon me, but I'm like, no, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Y'all watching me, I was shy. Y'all watching me, I was shy. Y'all watching me, I was shy. Right? So the spirit of fear left, man. And the people that was taking the chip left the line and they went to the left and was going in another line. You know, I looked at what they were doing. They was receiving the chip. I was like, oh no. So I remained in the line, and Amaran Gabar to the went through this door, right, to be judged, right. Now the brother, I ain't never seen from the brother again after that. But before he went in there, we both at the same time simultaneously looked up in the sky, raised our hand, and said, Kahala Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakodash, right? And we was comforted. We was comforted after that. We was cool. We was all in an easy spirit. We was basically happy. You know what I'm saying? We was happy after that, right? And all the people that were in the line, both lines, they was looking at us like we were crazy, man. Like, what? Y'all happy to die? What? No way. They were just so confused, bro. They got tears. Women got mascara running down their face, right? Everybody in white jumpsuits. So I perceived this was the FEMA camp. You know what I'm saying? I perceived this was the FEMA camp. Now I'm up. Now I'm up, right? Right? Now the demons are starting to fuck with me. They're starting to really try to fuck with me, man. They're like, you know, the Lord ain't gonna help you, man. He gonna say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity, man. You know, the Lord ain't with you. You know what I'm saying? Do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, tune it out. I tuned it out, right? And I get to the door where we go in to the courtroom, right? Now it looked like one of the AI pictures that Manat Zak Bayamyam put up, right? With the Edomite with the long blonde hair and the Jake with the afro, right? I was basically the Jake with the afro that was sitting in the court in the jumpsuit, right? All the Edomites looking at me. They got the guard troops, right, with all black on, with helmets and guns, right? And they looking at me, man. So will you thou take it? I said no. Nope. Nope. N-O. Right? So which would you choose? Firing squad or guillotine? Give me the guillotine, and I walked straight to the chopping block and put my head on the chopping block like I was Eleazar from second Maccabees, right? The 6th chapter, right? Now they was astonished. They was like, "What the fuck?" They was completely astonished that I willingly put my head on the chopping block. They looked at me. I looked at them. Chop, dead. They cut my head off. Now I open my eyes. I'm in an all plain white field, like it's all white, nothing, like the time room, like where Neo and Morpheus was at. All right. Now I'm looking at him. I'm looking around, right, and I see Donald Trump at a desk. He had a wooden desk. And I'm looking at this guy. He looked at me, and he got a toy. He got an action figure of me. He looked at me and said, "You know, I'm gonna accuse you toward him, right?" Right? I looked at this man. I'm like, "What? You gonna accuse me of toward Yahweh Bashim Yahushai?" Well, I got a good ass lawyer, right? And I'm speaking on Yahushai at that point, right? That's my lawyer, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? He will be my lawyer in this court case that you finna put me in and prosecute me at in front of the Heavenly Father, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, and after that, that'll conclude the dream. You know what I'm saying? Right? It was crazy, man. It was crazy to me. It was weird, but I took it on the chin. I took that on the chin, man. Right? Let's break out the scriptures, man. Right? Right? On this Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. Right? It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. And behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." Now, I forgot to mention. Now, when me and Amon Gabar was saying praises to the Lord, right, in front of everyone, everybody looked at us with confusion. I heard, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done." I kept hearing it over and over again. "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done, my good and faithful servant," in a deep voice. Right? Right. So I'm like, all right, cool. I see the Lord with me. He see. So, hey man, all I had to do was just keep my shield up, right? Keep my shield up and block the fiery darts of the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Right, because this is a real live wrestle, bro. This is a wrestle, man. Right, right. It says, "He that hath an ear," verse 11. "He that hath an ear, let him hear. Let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches." Right. "He that overcometh shall not be hurt in the second death." Right. We all know if you take that charagma, you will be hurt in that second death. Right. So you don't want that, man. Right. You don't want to take that RFID chip, that Neuralink, right, the NFC chips, the implantable devices, which is the digital all of Shaitan, man. Okay, right? You're gonna receive of Revelation chapter 14, man, and 9, man. That judgment, man. Right? It says, "Doomed for the worshippers of the beast." And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast, his image, or receive his mark," right? The Greek word for mark is charagma, which goes into a physical thing, etching, engraving, right? A badge of servitude for the anti-Mashiach, right? Right, the anti-Mashiach, right? It says, "In his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right? So to avoid that, right? Because I deal and deal is as I love Yahweh Shai, right? You know what I'm saying? I refuse to receive his mark, and I was willing to die, man. Willing to be a living sacrifice for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? Now, this is um, I'm gonna type in mortar, right? I'm gonna type in the word mortar in Google. We're gonna go to the definition. Right, mortar. Right, mortar is a person who is killed or made to suffer because of their religious or other beliefs. Right, a person who displays or exaggerates their discomfort or distress in order to obtain sympathy or admiration. Right, right. We are being killed and made to suffer for Yahweh Shai's sake. Right, we are in distress and discomfort in order to gain sympathy and admiration from Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Right? It is to kill or to persecute because of their beliefs. Right? Right? That's what a martyr is, man. Right? Martyr. Okay? Now, let's see. It says Revelation 2 and 13. I believe this is it. I know that works in where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is. And thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. Right now, this scripture is very paramount to this dream right here, because where was Satan sitting at? Right, he was sitting in that damn judgment seat on the left hand side, right, and then what I perceived was the spiritual realm, right? And that all white plane, right? Satan, right? Was took the form of Donald Trump, right? He was going to accuse me to the Father, right? But what did it say? Thou holdest fast my name and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, okay, who was slain among you where Satan dwelleth, right? I know that works, all right? Right, so I don't know about this. He knows my works, and he knows the brothers that believe in this, man. Right, right. The men and the children, man, that believe in this thing, man, wholeheartedly, man. He's with us, right, right. I'm gonna type in the word persecute. Right, persecute. Let's go to. Let's see where I want to go. Right, John 15 and 20. It says, "Remember that word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you." Right? Right? You will be persecuted, right? Because what the Lord was persecuted, man. He suffered the worst persecution known to man, man. Right? Of severe beatings and crucifixion, man. Right? Which is a harsh judgment, man. Which is harsh, man. Right? If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also, man. Right? Hey, man. If they would have knew the ways of the Lord, man, they would have never did this to us. Right? They'd have been on board, man. Right? Hey, bro. All these things are for prophecy's sake, man. Right? Let me go to Revelation chapter 20 and 4. It said, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the witness of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received a mark on his forehead or in their hands. It says, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years, man. So, hey, the kingdom of heaven is yours, man. Right? The kingdom of heaven is yours if you make it through this hour of temptation. All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna type tribulation now. Uh, Spelled it wrong. Right, Acts 14:22. Right, it says confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right, that's the only way we're gonna get through it, man. We gotta get the sufferings first, man, so we can truly appreciate the kingdom when it gets here, man. Right, and truly be happy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, hey, man, Adawan Ratazah, that was an edifying little lesson I put together for brothers. You know what I'm saying? And keep the faith, man. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Kakadash. Let's give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim. Yahweh Shem Kakadash. Right? That belongs to the apostles and others, great millstone, who we will teach well, and they shalom. So the hopeful elect out there, pushing his word and truth and sincerity, man. Shalom.